Is this shit working?
What?
I have a yeah, it's working. I have a wireless charger on my desk.
Oh, like a chia charger joint.
Yeah.
Chia seed pudding, man, your favorite.
No. I say.
No, I'm talking about that time Pilar gave you some. You were like,
Yeah, it's a texture thing. It's a texture thing.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. We can start with that. Hey, how y'all doing? We back.
I was really trying to push a button, but I realized there's nothing to push.
The push. What you mean?
Like the burr, 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 burr. I was trying to push this controller, but I realized it doesn't make noise. Anyways, what's up, everybody? Paul here.
Yes, we are back for a new podcast. We are on time because it is 11 a.m. the night before I'm going to upload this consistently to the channel. Hi, where's my camera? No, this is the one that talks to Paul. There's the hello. Hi, what's up? There's things going on in the world. I don't know. Sometimes we talk about them. Sometimes we don't really give two craps. We're just here. We're having a great evening. I'm not sure where I'm taking this. All I know is, do we want to talk about gaming news? or should we?
How's your day, JD? You sound like you were flabbergasted.
My day's been fine. What did I do today? So this morning I had a sponsored stream with Charmin that I had to be up. I had to be up early in the morning for. They gave me toilet paper.
Is it extra soft?
It's Charmin. Ooh. It's Charmin Super Mega Soft. So
dang, 6 rolls in one.
So my butthole is immaculate.
Oh, does it leave dingleberries, or is it just like a
never? Nice, you've seen the commercials.
A nice smooth wipe.
I heard I need a bidet, is what I've heard. Have you tried a bidet?
No, but I think I need one.
I heard that bidet, because like basically when we wipe our butts with toilet paper, we're just wiping the poop against our skin, compared to if you wash your hands. Like if you, like, let's say you had poop on your hands. I heard this on a podcast. It was like, if you have poop on your hands, you wouldn't just wipe it with a piece of paper. You would wash it so it's gone. So why do we wipe our butts but we don't wash our butts? Hence the reason we need a bidet.
What if toilet paper is just a big scheme by Big Charmin to just get extra money that we flush down the toilet for them to come?
I just told you I had a sponsorship with them. Don't call them Big Charmin. I'm still trying to get paid. Okay, I don't want them to watch this. You can say any. Damn. You could just say big toilet paper companies in general. You just don't name the company that's finna make me pay my rent this month. What are you doing?
Okay. Big toilet paper, big paper, big paper.
Big Charmin did sound good though, because it sounded like Big Pharma.
You see, Big Charmin, but is there any other toilet paper company?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, soft, like on that level.
Is Downy? No, not Downy. I was gonna say Bounty. No, that's paper towels.
Yeah, and Bounty. The only ones I know are Bounty, Brawny. They need to give that to Bronny James. Stop playing. They need to do a sponsorship with LeBron. They need to do a LeBron James paper towel.
Purple and gold paper. Like each paper is a different, like.
I guess that's a Laker. That's like Laker stuff. I'm just saying, like, because it's called Bronny, it should just his son or him.
23 pieces of paper per roll.
They should take a roll of toilet paper and roll it up into a blunt so that young Bronny can smoke it.
Hey, he's just trying to be like his dad, man. Like father, like son.
Oh my gosh, I'm not sure what we're talking about right now. How was your day?
I mean, it was chill. It was a cool Sunday. You know, there was pay-per-view on WWE. Shout out to Roman Reigns. He's back, beat his cousin's ass. And then I watched my show, The Lovecraft Country, and it was a good time.
Who's Roman Reigns' cousin?
Jey Uso.
Oh, one of the Uso? They're all related?
Nigga.
Wow, okay. Let it go. It's all right. It's all right. I don't care. We're here now. It's too late.
The NOIE family is so deep that, like, there's so many people who are related to each other that you wouldn't even know are related.
Well, The Rock is one of their cousins, no?
Right. So The Rock is the cousin. Rikishi is the Usos' dad.
Uh-huh.
Umaga is Rikishi's brother, which is also their uncle. Yokozuna from the 90s. He's a cousin of them.
Who would you say is the one that intercepted wrestling and was like, I'm about to dominate this thing, bring my whole family in?
Well, they've been a part of the WWE. The NOIE family have been like part of the WWE since like the early 70s. So like it's a generational thing.
Oh, word, that's cool.
So it's just like yeah, they've been there for a very long time.
I like it. I feel.
So now Roman is like, he was the good guy, the John Cena who was like, he'll never turn bad, and he's just like, no, I am the shit now, and I'm beating everybody's ass. I don't care if you're my cousin or not.
Wasn't he evil when he was part of that group with the 3 dudes?
The Shield? No, they were kind of bad guys, but they weren't like super bad guys. They did what they had to do. Then Seth Rollins turned heel on them, and then Roman became a good guy, and they're trying to push Roman to be the next John Cena, but nobody wanted Roman to be a good guy. So then he went away because of corona concerns, because he had cancer, and he came back, and now he's jacked, and he's a bad guy, and he's beating everybody's ass, and he's the best thing on the WWE right now.
When you watch the show, do you ever consider like the story arcs in the sense of writing? Do you enjoy them like that, or do you ever sit back and say, oh, I could have wrote something funnier, better, more entertaining than that?
Every week I feel like I can write something better than what they write in the WWE, but the problem is the WWE is kind of written by one man. Well, like there's a writing team, but you can pitch as much as you want to, but at the end of the day, Vince McMahon is going to be the last one to say whether or not it gets passed or not. So like there'll be like writers, I've heard like writers write like really dope stories, and since Vince is like an 80-year-old man, he just doesn't get things.
Is he 80?
Yeah, he's old. Like he's old. He's like 76. But
okay.
Like he's pretty old. So like one of the potential new wrestling podcast time factions that are happening right now is called Retribution. They were starting off as an Antifa group.
Okay.
So like at the end of like during the show, they like cut off all the lights, and then like 50 people just bum rush the stage and then just beat everybody's ass and then start like breaking the rings down and all this stuff. Like, yeah, we're tired of WWE moniker, we're breaking it all down. And then now they're just like Bane and cronies now, and they have dumb names like T-Bar and Slapjack and Mace. Yeah, they ruined them already, and they just started. But yeah,
that sounds like something Vince McMahon would co-sign off. Hey, we should I love Trump, so we got to put some of those evil Antifers on the
Antifa, make them the bad guys.
Yeah,
even though they should be
kind of like Ubisoft on that joint, that game.
Watch Dogs?
No, the
Black Lives Matter are evil.
Tom Clancy joint. I can't go deeper into that
because
yeah,
you've accepted money from.
Oh, what the fuck! I just said I can't go deeper.
I mean, it's not. It's I don't content on it.
I don't think I legally can talk about that.
Well, hey, I'm not. I don't know. I haven't.
Nobody watches this podcast. I'm not going to get deep into it, but just know that I was almost involved in a promotional thing with that game, but they didn't have that trailer in the beta / or alpha version they sent us, and then I played it and I was just like, whatever. And then I had a video almost ready, and then Ubisoft started trending, and motherfuckers was like, Ubisoft is anti-black people, and then I watched it. I was like, why would they put that black fist in there? That's so dumb. And but somebody in wherever in Europe with Ubisoft was just like,
they're from France.
Whatever. Well, for them French people were just like, well, they were like, the black fist is evil. I don't know why I thought je voudrais quelque chose, oui, je ne sais pas. The black fist. I had to get back into my French to know what I wanted to say.
Say that again. That sounded real sexy. Say that again.
Je voudrais. I'm saying not a lot. I'm just saying random things, but it's like a je voudrais quelque chose. Oui, je ne sais pas. Comment allez-vous?
Oh, okay. Talk dirty to me, Poppy.
Merci. Merci beaucoup. Pilar knows French pretty well, and my mom speaks it fluently, and my dad thought he could do it. So
I only know it was in your mom's answering machine, and then
oh yeah,
omelette du fromage.
Dexter.
Omelette du fromage. Yo, was that the very first case of ASMR?
With the whisper in the girl's ear.
Yeah, omelette du fromage.
No, I think whispering sexy has always been a thing. It's just
Dexter created ASMR.
It's just monetizable now, and it's actually done by sexier people now on the internet.
Here, let's.
Is that a Jack Daniels soda?
Oops!
What? You're grown. I don't give a shit.
I was getting lit on stream earlier today, like a little bit ago. So.
Oh, what are you playing?
I was playing this game called Genshin Impact, which is like anime Breath of the Wild.
Oh, is that the one that they always promote it? It's like I feel like they always promote it on Steam, and you're like in an all white armor suit.
He's got like a white and like yellowish like thing. He's blonde kid. It's exactly Breath of the Wild, but you could switch characters to represent different elements. It's pretty cool. It's free. You guys can play it on PS4 and PC and your cell phone if you want to.
That's what's up. Trying to think what else is going on today that you asked me about, and then we'll just start hopping into topics. I just did that thing this morning, and then I got the dog washed, and then I got and then I went to my office and started finished building it out and putting up some stuff that I'm going to be displaying on Patreon, and also my YouTube memberships. You guys, if you ever want to join and become a YouTube member, you can see some behind the scenes early content. But I don't know. That's really it.
Noise.
Noise.
Oh, I also recorded a video today. I recorded a video for my YouTube channel, youtube.com/JonesPrime.
Yet you still have it listed as Paul Jones.
I don't know how to change my name. Can I be honest with you? I don't know how to work this.
You do know I do YouTube, right?
Yeah, but like, remember that time where like they were trying to integrate Google accounts with YouTube's and they made you use your real name?
Yeah, you can still change. You can change what it lists on your page, though. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I wasn't able to change it back from that. So
yeah, you just have to go to. I'm trying to see if it's a thing. I'm trying to see if I can find your channel. Because yeah, it says Paul Jones, which honestly, Paul Jones works. And you can't. I mean, you could change your URL. I think they do allow that option. I'd have to.
I think I changed it.
No, it's.
I think I already did that.
It's P Jones 2 Flies still. I mean, unless you could do a Jones Miss Prime, like a redirect URL, which you might have already done, but you have to link that for people to click it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I typed in youtube.com/JonesMissPrime and it took me right to my page. So
then you have the redirect, but the original one, because I still have like the link to your page through my featured channels area, is still says Jones Miss, or still says P Jones or whatever. Also, I hear myself echoing. Why do I hear that?
I don't know.
Is that your headphones? Turn me down in your headphones.
I'll turn it down, but I don't think it's. I don't know what that is. Can you still hear yourself?
Hello. Nope, you just turned it down. It was coming through your.
Did I?
You just said you did, didn't you?
I don't think I touched anything.
Well, then what the hell? What did you do?
Nothing. I turned it down. Let's just continue.
Jesus Christ. All right, y'all. So this week on the JD and Paulcast, there's a lot of different things coming out your ass that we are talking about. Paul, let's start with Bethesda, because I didn't get your thoughts on that, and I made a video about it, but you know, nobody watches when I talk about things. So I'm curious to know, because you're more in the Bethesda world of games. I hardly play them. Also, where'd your light go? Your face is all orange now. Did you change?
Do you want me to?
Not that bright. It was darker a second ago. There, that's good. That looks good. That's it.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave this here. It's been this acquisition is a really big get. for
Sorry.
Microsoft.
I thought you said sound like you said baguette.
Baguette. If we're talking French earlier, you got me hungry. No,
Baguette.
but this is give me a little baguette.
I don't know why it's so
Baguette.
funny to me. It's not Italian. Wait, are baguettes? No, that's French, right? Never mind. Focus. My bad. So what about what about? Oh my God. What about ZeniMax? Amazon. Oh, I can't talk. I can't think straight. I'm sorry. Bethesda.
Is Amazon? Bethesda. ZeniMax.
ZeniMax. Is that the thing still?
ZeniMax. No. Let's start with Bethesda. ZeniMax is just the big acquisition that they got is pretty. For me it's a big get, and that is one of the reasons why I was like more excited to get a Series X than I was before. I was already gonna get one, but like the fact that you got to think about what they acquired. It's not just like Bethesda. They acquired all the studios under them. So it's like for me personally, besides Bethesda, damn it,
Spaghetti.
Bethesda. Besides Bethesda GameWorks, they got one of my favorite developer studios, Arcane, and that's huge for me personally. For like the games that I like to play personally, like for myself, Bethesda makes a lot of them. So like I said before in the last episode, games like Dishonored or Dishonored 2, Prey, which is freaking amazing. They're all really, really dope games that nobody really like played. And I feel like this is going to be such a big get for them, because not only can you just buy the games outright, but this also made Game Pass better.
Yeah.
And like it seems like every month Game Pass gets something to just kind of shit on the competition. Like, why wouldn't you buy Game Pass at this point? Not only do they just acquired Bethesda and all of the ZeniMax properties, but they just recently announced that EA is part of it. So like EA Play is also part of Game Pass as well. So like you'll be getting all like the classic EA games, and like SSX, Skate will be part of it. Like Mass Effect, you got to think about all that. BioWare, all the BioWare games, all those games are going to come to freaking Game Pass.
Wait.
So at this.
Before you continue.
Oh, you missed that.
Yeah, before you continue. Wait, Xbox acquired EA?
No. They partnered with EA so that their games get like, so you know how EA had their own thing, EA Play? So EA Play has been morphed into Game Pass.
What about Origin?
Origin's going away.
I still pay $15 a month for that. I never
You should not do that. But they're merging with Game Pass. So like for the most part, Game Pass within the next like 2 years is going to be like the best gaming investment you can get into. Not only for like the Xbox, but if you have a PC as well. So
I was going to say, the fact that you literally just said, is SSX tricky on that mug?
Probably.
I'll play that right. Wait, so I forgot. Game Pass is on my other computer, so I'd have to check.
I have it. Hold on. I have the PC version in front of me.
Okay.
So like, let me open that up, and I can tell you like games that are available right now that you can play.
Tell me if they got
which are like
Skate 3 and whatever else. But I was gonna say
that doesn't start officially until December.
Oh, okay.
But it's coming. So by the time you get the new consoles to come out, like a couple of weeks into that, you'll be able to get like a whole bunch of dope ass new games.
Well, yeah, I'm reading off the studios here. So obviously it's not Bethesda they acquired. They purchased ZeniMax Media, the parent company of Bethesda Softworks, Bethesda Game Studios, id Software, ZeniMax Online Studios, Arcane, Machine Games, Tango Gameworks, Alpha Dog, and Roundhouse Studios.
I'm not too familiar with those like last two, but id Software, so they got Raids, they got Doom, and apparently Doom Eternal is coming to Game Pass as well soon. So
my question is, how deep do you think? Well, I think there's a huge community for Fallout, for Elder Scrolls, for
Elder Scrolls Online is going to be on that.
I was gonna
You
say,
can play all that and all the expansions for free.
what would you say are their top 3, if not 5, franchises?
Elder Scrolls first, Fallout, and then I guess at this moment, Doom.
Yeah. So that's a big 3 to technically go over to Xbox. And are you concerned about that exclusive? I mean, not really, because you're gonna probably play them on PC or Game Pass anyway. But what do you think that does to the competition with the whole we will be sending out certain games on a case-by-case basis that Phil Spencer dropped?
I think he said that just to not piss people off right now.
You think that? I thought that was something that would piss people off, just saying it like that.
I felt like a case-by-case basis is kind of like a we're not sure yet answer. But you don't want to come out and just say, yeah, we're gonna just put it all on Game Pass, because like right now, if you think about it truthfully, right now there are 2 games coming out this year on PlayStation that are published technically, if you want to get technical, by Xbox. What's that game? Deathloop and then Ghostwire Tokyo.
And those are supposed to be exclusive to PlayStation?
For a little bit. So like before the acquisition, they were exclusive to PlayStation for a little bit of time and PC, but Phil Spencer said he's going to honor that agreement. But for after that, it's a wrap. It is a wrap.
But do you think it's a wrap in the sense that after those 2 come out, PlayStation gets a chance to play them first, then everything going forward, they're like, yeah, we'll think about if we want to let y'all play these joints?
Right.
Dang, that's cold, bro. That's a big dog move. People forget that.
That's a big dog move.
People forget that Xbox got like FU money. Like they every computer that you're developing games for PlayStation on got Microsoft on it. Like, what are we talking about? I don't even. What else? Yeah. What else can you even? I don't even know how PCs work other than Microsoft. Can you Linux? I think is that the only
Linux and Mac? Those are the only Ubuntu.
Oh yeah, Ubuntu.
Ubuntu.
Also, bring back your screen that has a little light on it because you're looking like a Smurf.
Oh.
But yeah.
Boy.
Not well. Why is it so bright? It wasn't that bright a second ago.
It just give it time. It'll do its thing. Or should I? Right there. Let's go right to the screen. Right there. I'm back to normal. But yeah, that's a big dog move. But like the fact that they've spent $7.4 or $5 billion, that is what Disney paid for Star Wars and most of Marvel
combined.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But is Bethesda? You think if you're gonna invest that kind of money, is Bethesda? Excuse me, is ZeniMax Studios or ZeniMax Media, which, well, I mean, they bought the whole kit and caboodle. Do you think that's where $7.5 billion should have gone for Microsoft or Xbox, or do you think it would have been better spent buying a different parent company / corporation? I guess I can't think of another one in my brain,
because you got to think about like the market that they're trying to get. So like they're trying to get like hardcore gamers, hardcore with the quotes. So like a lot of those gamers, whenever a console comes out, what do they always want to play? Fallout and Elder Scrolls. And so like they've already announced Elder Scrolls 6 coming out, but they don't know when. Starfield's on the way, which we don't know when that's coming out. And then of course, they're working on another Fallout at some point. So between those 3 games, that's a big thing. Like this is kind of the acquisition to kind of say that like, oh, Microsoft doesn't have games because their first party has mostly been relying on your boy, the Chief.
Well, that's the truth.
So like,
the truth is, and I talked about it the other day, I mean, nothing against Xbox. I think that they just kind of lost their way with this Xbox One in the sense of, you know, games first, like hardware second. Like I feel like they got so caught up in making powerful hardware, different versions of hardware, different. I don't know. So I feel like they just kind of veered off so far, and that the game started to suffer. And like, yeah, if we're thinking about the games that carry that system, Which, I mean, I guess you, or even not even, I don't know if it's even carrying the system or if it's carrying like the ecosystem. There's still a lot of, there's still plenty of people who are Xbox fans, and I'm still one of them, but I just can't lie in the sense of like this last console generation, I just hardly played Xbox One. I don't know.
I can't lie. I'm the same way.
It's a weird, and it's weird to have to say that after coming off of the 360, which that was my high school to like, I think by the time I fucking dropped out of college, I think from 15 to like from like 15 to 22, all I did was play, or 15 to maybe 23. Whenever I think the last big thing I played on 360 was Grand Theft Auto 5. And it's still here. But so from like 20,
it's getting a next gen port too. God damn.
How old were we? We were 15 or 16 when we waited in front of Target for an Xbox 360.
We were still in high school, so.
But we were, I think, we were in 11th grade, I think, or yeah. So 16 years old. To what I remember is the last big game I remember playing on 360 before I got an Xbox One, I think was doing the GTA 5 playthrough I did on my channel, and that was 2013. So that's 20. When did Xbox 360 come out?
2007?
2005 or 6. It had to be. It wasn't 7 because we were going off to college then. Also, this is the lighting that looks best. Just letting you know. Whatever tab that is.
November 22, 2005.
So from the age of like 2005, because I was whatever. From 2005 to 2013, that's 8 years, bruh. 8 years. Xbox 360 was cooking. I was like, I would play, and the funny thing is, it was the exact opposite of what's going on now. Xbox was what PlayStation is now, and PlayStation on PS3 had like maybe 3 exclusives that made me buy that big hunk of junk. I was just like, all right, I would like, I like.
They actually had it like near the end. See, Sony started getting good literally like the last 2 to 3 years of that console generation before the 360.
Yeah.
Wait.
You mean before the Xbox
PS4.
One? PS4, yeah.
Time. I'm thinking of time. It's confusing.
Time is a construct.
It's not real. Yeah, so like the PS3, PS3 to PS4, they were starting to cook. But then the problem is the roles now have switched, because at that time Xbox became the bad guys with Don Matrick leading, saying, oh yeah, online only, TV. Oh yeah, no, you won't be able to share your games. And then Sony's like, oh yeah, not only can you share your games, we're undercutting you by $100.
And Don Matrick,
that was it.
And Don Matrick was the one who said, they said, well, what if you don't have internet? Well, we have something for you. It's called the Xbox 360.
360.
They got that. They got that man out of there so fast. They was like, what are you doing?
No. Phil, come here. Phil, Xbox, here you go. Do what you need.
And it's
shout out to Phil, man.
Shout out to Phil, but yo, real talk. I want to say that outside of the price cut, that dude's impact, Don Matrick, low key, I think destroyed that whole concept.
It did.
Yeah, because like it was just such a turnoff to be told that, as if we ain't the ones paying y'all bills. I was like, wait, hold on. I was like, what you mean you gonna make us do something, play this that way, do this that way, and if we don't want to do it, we could just go backwards in time and play our Red Ring of Death machines that we've been playing for 8 years. Who are you to tell us that?
I bought so many goddamn 360s.
Yeah, I traded in a few. I still at least have, I think I still have 4. I think I have one that works, one that you made me mod.
Hey, what?
And you know what? Xbox caught my ass, and they were like, we realize this is a corrupted system, and you are not able to go online anymore, sir. Goodbye.
They banned me too.
They banned. I had to keep one clean, but that's because we was. Wait, why are we talking about illegal activity?
Let's not talk about that.
I didn't.
Shout out to Al, man. Whatever happened to Al? I haven't seen him in like 7 years.
Yo, that's your boy. What you talking about? I don't know these people.
Oh man, remember emo Prince in Hollywood?
Yeah, I remember that kid.
Oh,
That wasn't the
I wonder how
same.
they
That
do it.
wasn't the same dude from high school, was it?
no.
No, that was the dude who had candy in class, who was also kind of emo.
Brian, he's a TikToker now who does cosplay, and he's
Is
very
he like
buff.
famous?
He's been in a lot of the King Vader videos.
Wait, who is he?
He's played like he usually plays like a Vegeta or Broly's dad.
Oh, he's not the one. He's not the one that. He's not the one. Oh, remember we went to E3. He's not the one who was doing push-ups as All Might.
No.
Okay, I follow that guy. Never mind. That's pretty
No.
interesting. That's pretty interesting. How worlds collide.
Shout out to Brian.
Shout out to Brian, man. He used to hook us up with like Reese's peanut butter cups in high school.
The white chocolate Reese's peanut butter.
Yeah,
the white chocolate Kit Kats.
I feel like he was treading on Noah's territory though. Remember?
Yeah.
Or did he run for Noah? I don't know if he was a runner.
Was Noah a drug dealer in real life?
He's A&R of Def Jam. He's V.
I meant like in high school.
In high school, he was a candy drug dealer. That boy was dealing it, and they told him you cannot do this at our school, and he was like, yeah, okay, sure. He said he was making like 4 racks a week. That's what he told me.
I believe it.
At 16, because people wanted candy like that in school, and Noah was facilitating.
Because out here in California in the early 2000s, they stopped selling, like at school they would have vending machines, and so like they took like all the soda and candy out of the school.
Is that why?
Yeah,
they replaced it with healthier options.
Healthier options, but they still had that nasty ass ramen noodle machine.
Instant noodle.
Yeah.
Oh man, high school.
Good times.
Those were the days.
Good times.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I think this is a big move also for Xbox. I think, you know what? It's a big move because Xbox is trying to go into this next console generation and they want to be the big dog. And not even just the big dog. They want to be the one that friendlier. I'm sure they're just like, all right, guys, we took a loss for the last 2013 to 20. When did 2013 they came out, right? Or was it 2014? 2013. Xbox One and the PS whatever 4 came out in 2013, I think. But I get it. They're like, yo, okay, we now realize that appeal comes from the community. Like, also, it's just one of those things where things are so much. It's crazy to think how different things are in this amount of time, which is 7 years. Because I remember when gaming companies were like, yo, don't play our freaking games on your stupid YouTube channels. We don't care about that. All they want is that now. All they want is the average Joe to give their opinion. This is what they want. What we're doing right now. We're doing free marketing right now. Speaking of which, have you seen this?
Give us consoles.
Well, give you a console. I'm getting one.
Oh, excuse me, Mixer.
Well, whose fault is that? I've been told your ass to
YouTube pants.
I've been told your ass to create content. That's on you. You've been knowing
I'm making content right now. I'm making right now.
I'm talking about the last 10 years, Paul. You've had time. That's on you.
We're getting there.
You taking too long now, bro. You playing catch up. You ain't gonna be able to catch up no more. I was about to say though, have you seen The Social Dilemma?
No.
You should watch it because we are the problem, or actually, we're not the problem. Social media companies are the problem, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff. But we, or me and you, I guess, I don't know. To me, you're like, I feel like you're like you dip your toe into content creation every once in a while. But we are the product, human beings, and the what is it? Human beings are the product, and the revenue is our time. That is what the whole documentary is about, and it's all about just how we, social media just is it's a revenue drawer for people to invest their time in just staring in screens, and people talk about the whole concept of Skynet and Terminator, and the people in the movie are like, that's happening right now. Y'all think that's coming? You're doing it, and they're like, go check your screen time, see how long you've been on that thing. See how much time in your day you don't spend being yourself, being human. Have you seen your screen time?
I'm looking at it right now. Let's see.
What you got? Mine's bad.
Today? What's yours? What's yours for today?
Well, go to your average. See, it'll tell you your daily average, no?
My daily average is 8 hours and 12 minutes.
That's a lot of time. There's 24 hours in a day, and you spend 8 hours on your phone. Think about that.
I spend usually an hour and 47 minutes on Instagram.
Yep. Instagram is the big draw from a lot of people.
Text messages, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Twitter, 1 hour and 15 minutes. And YouTube, 1 hour, 6 minutes. Twitch, 30 minutes. And then my total pickups, 247.
Total pickups?
Mostly to, yeah, so like...
Where you see that?
Oh, is that today? Oh, that's just for today.
247 times you picked up your phone today?
Today, yes.
We're addicts. This is an addiction. This is a sick addiction that children have to deal with, and I feel really bad. And in that movie...
Because
all the tech,
it's mostly because of text messages.
All the people in the movie, the tech dudes who are talking about it, they say, "Oh, we work in tech, but our children are not allowed to have it." They're like, they literally have rules where this guy was like, "I believe that a kid shouldn't be able to go on social media until high school." And they're like, "So no social media until high school. If you want to use your phone, you have." He said something about there should be 3 rules in your household if you're a parent. He said you should have there should be a time at night when everybody's winding down, when you take the phones out of the room. No phones in the room after a certain time of night. And if you do want to spend time on your social media as a child, like as the parent, you need to ask the kid, well, how much time do you think you should be spending on this? And like have that conversation so that the kid can like realize that like, oh, this isn't that good for me and blah, blah, blah. But parents nowadays, you know, because we're the products, we're the kids who grew up with technology first-ish, you know, to the extent that we have it. All of our bum ass parents just pass them off to our little kids like, oh, I'm busy. Here, I'll be back. Or
shout out to Black Planet.
What?
Shout out to Black Planet. That was the first social media that I was involved with.
That was your first, I guess, yeah, platform technically, yeah. I feel like I had, yeah, and then MySpace was next. Do you want to? All right, you want to know how much my screen time is?
Go for it.
Also, let's be wary that I make content, and I'm always on my phone for like business. But I do get caught in the daily loops. So, oh wait, hold on. Where did you go? Did you go today? So today, oh my God, throw a guess out.
12 hours.
14 hours and 39 minutes.
That's most of the day.
It's more than half. But I'm kind of confused because some of the apps it says I'm using, I don't know. Oh, that's not fair. Wait, okay, so I get what's going on. I forget that I use my phone when I sleep. Because I listen to music when I sleep, because specifically last night, this is because Pilar was watching Girlfriends all night and it was loud and I kept hearing that dumbass intro and outro, my girlfriends. And between the hours of 12 a.m. to 6 a.m., I was listening to music for 3 hours and 44 minutes because I'll put on like a sleep beats playlist on Apple Music. So I feel like you might as well take 3-4 hours off because I mean I'm sleeping. But still, the next one for today at least was I spent 2 hours and 13 minutes on Twitter. Sounds about right. I was going back and forth with some ignorant ass kid who was talking about racial oppression, and I was like, "What are you talking about, kid? You sound dumb." And the kid was like, "No, you sound dumb, JD. How about you stop making this such a big deal?" And I was like, "No, I'm gonna speak up for people who are oppressed, you asshole." So you know, feel free to go to my Twitter to peep that, or in my Discord. I post all my really tacky conversations with trolls on in my Discord in the talk NT section. Paul, you're part of my Discord, aren't you?
Oh, talking tea with Pilar and JD.
Or actually, I think I call it Tea Talk. And yes, me and Pilar need to continue podcasting. All right, messages today. It took an hour and 34 minutes of my time. That's you, that's Gabe, that's Balvin, that's my wife, that's random stuff. YouTube, an hour and 32 minutes. Instagram is really low today. Wow, 42 minutes. You know what though? I was working on other stuff. Let's see. Can I go back?
My most used app though is probably the podcast app.
Really?
Because I'll put that on and I listen to podcasts. I listen to podcasts more than I watch TV.
You listen to podcasts, but you don't be making them.
We doing that right now? What are you talking about?
Yeah, we are doing it right now, but that's only because I told your ass we got to get consistent.
I've been waiting all day.
Stop! Shut up! Shut your mouth! You shut up! You just pull. All you do is pull up and talk. I go and research all the things we gotta talk about. I'll be setting it up and recording it. I edit it.
They all right here.
You just point at your naps. That's all I'm seeing.
Underneath these naps is a very smart brain.
That's nice. All
very
right.
Smart. Very smart.
Sunday. Wait, why is it only it's taking me?
Paid only $750 in taxes. Are you serious?
Who are we talking about? Bezos?
You know who we talking about?
Or Trumper?
Nah, the menace.
Dennis?
My former boss.
What? Oh, with the census thing?
Yeah.
I forget about that. Oh my God! Wait, this is a joke. Are you serious? It just came up on my Twitter. Trump paid $750 in federal income tax. He put all that money in that orange. That boy's face is orange. That boy loved him a spray tan. That's so funny to be getting those that age. At that age, you're still getting spray tans. If Trump appears to have received consulting fees that help reduce. I feel like why our country is so messed up, and I'm sorry to go off on this side tangent. Our country's so messed up, but we never do anything about stuff. Like, all this information about Trump and nothing's happening. Like, it's like
wait till November.
But my thing is, the man was impeached, right? He's still here, but he was impeached.
Yeah, so was Clinton though.
WMM, man.
I
don't think you know what that means.
What it is.
That's something Pilar's dad talks about.
What does WMM mean? What does it mean?
He says for technology, he says WMM is white man's magic. I don't know. I love my white brothers. I love my white brothers and sisters. Just not the ones that don't understand that we all shouldn't be equal.
Lovecraft Country.
I'll watch it. Oh, I need to see that girl run fast. I gotta watch that.
It's all about black versus white magic.
Oh, really? I gotta check it out.
That's part of it.
Shout out to HBO. They sent me an Oculus Rift. They sent me or Oculus Quest.
Quest, right? This right here.
Yeah, I want the white one.
That comes out in 2 weeks.
Dang. Anybody listening to this? Anybody listening to this, if you get the white Oculus Quest and want to trade for the black one, which wouldn't make any sense. But yeah, I just want the white. I want the white one just to match my office.
No, but the Oculus Quest 2 is way better than the original Quest. So
is that what that is, or is that not it?
It's a Quest 2, so it's the next version.
What's so good about it?
Apparently it has the same
ray tracing.
Better. Sorry. No, not ray tracing. Damn it. It might. Who knows? No, but it has the same visual fidelity as the Vive Index.
That's the good one. That's the really good one.
That's the $1,000+ one.
That's the one that my boy has. What's the name's got that? Carlos got that.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to him about it, but it has the same fidelity, like graphically, as that, like clarity, and it's only what, $300?
It's only $300 for the Quest 2. Oh, I'll just buy that then. Maybe I'll just sell the one I got for $300 and get. I mean, I don't know how much it's worth. Maybe $100 too. How much is the Quest worth?
The original Quest was like $400. I bought mine for $400, and I'm pissed off.
Wait, your Quest or the one that you are? Wait, you have two Oculuses. Which ones do you have?
I have two Oculus. I have the Quest and the original Rift.
So you're saying the Rift was $400 or the Quest?
The Quest was $400, and now the new one is cheaper than the old.
How much was the Rift?
The Rift was I don't remember. I bought that like
You
4
remember?
years ago?
You remember? You don't want to say the price.
No, I don't know. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember like how much the old one
Google,
cost.
bro. Google. What was it? Is it more? Was it as much as an Xbox?
Oculus Rift original price. Let's see. No, the Rift S. It was probably 4 or 5. It was one of those two.
Oh, I feel it. No worries. Yeah, well, I'm looking. It's still like how you have a Quest. I have a Quest, but I haven't opened it yet. You can just play it without plugging it into anything.
There's two. It's weird. So like, the Quest itself is like a self-contained headset, which has specially made software just for it. But what made the Quest even more appealing is they added a beta feature where you can plug in a USB-C cable to the side of the headset to the PC, so you can actually play PC games on this, and you don't need any like sensors or whatnot. That was my main issue with the original Rift. Was every time I wanted to use it, I'd have to set up every
that's the most annoying part,
and it took up like all my USBs and whatnot, and those was real annoying. So
but the quality is just as good on the Quest.
The Quest is better than the original Rift. That's also another reason why I bought it.
What? But how does it work without sensors?
It has sensors built in. So these 4 corners are cameras, and those are the tracking.
Oh, okay, cool. Also,
so
right where you were talking, right there, to the left a little bit.
Right here,
a little bit a little to the left. That was beautiful. You sounded so good right there. So
okay, I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna sit right here and not move my arm.
No, you don't have to. You could let your arm down. Do whatever you're doing.
To keep balance. But like, what you can do in the Quest is, for the boundary, it memorizes the room that you're in. So you can set the boundary where you want to go to, like where to put your arm and whatnot, so you don't hit things. You can set it up and it just memorizes it in the headset. And then like the wall pops up in front of you just saying, hey, you're about to hit something. And then it works. I'm going to be using this a lot though, because Friday, Star Wars Squadrons comes out, and that's playable all in VR, baby.
And you can stream it too, no? That's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool that we can do these things. I mean, it's like, it's weird because the older we get, we're just kind of like adapting to it. But I feel like I already talked about this on the last podcast. But still, it's still cool that we're able to do these things. Like even I think the other day, what was I talking about? I think I was playing Among Us. If you haven't played it yet, you played it. Imposter, whatever. I played it and I was like, this is actually kind of cool to know that even in a pandemic, we can still kind of connect using the internet and just getting together with a group. Even me and you podcasting, like we're not at the same house, like, and the quality is pretty good in my opinion. For 2 dudes who are just hanging out at their cribs. It's a lot different than what I originally assumed we would be doing when we were younger. Actually, I thought we'd be like flying in cars right now, but who cares? Yeah,
Back to the Future kind of ruined the future for me.
This is facts.
As a kid, man, I've always wanted that damn hovering skateboard.
You know what? I'll actually be honest with you. I don't think I have seen all 3 of the Back to the Futures in full from beginning to end. I don't think I have ever.
It's blasphemy, but you should change that and watch those. But
I feel like my family wasn't really like movie buffs like that. Like your parents, you always watched movies and went to movies when you were younger. My dad hated movies. He hated going out of the house. And then my mom, she would send me to your house to do things. So, and vice versa. Like, so, and like, you know, I feel like your dad is a movie buff, right? He used to take us to movies all the time. I remember that. I do not remember seeing Back to the Future. I do remember Jurassic Park, and it scared me when I was a baby because I was very scary, still am. And yeah, okay, well, we've gone off on a nice little. I mean, we haven't really gone off. We're kind of just doing our thing right now, talking how we want to talk.
Shout out to Back to the Future.
Shout out to Back to the Future. Shout out to Doc and Marty.
I'm still sad that they took down the goddamn Back to the Future ride at Universal, because that was my favorite.
It just doesn't make sense anymore. Nobody knows that movie.
I mean, people. No. They could change it. They could have changed it to Rick and Morty. It's the same thing.
They don't own that. They don't own Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is a parody.
Who owns Rick and Morty?
Adult Swim, Cartoon Network. Universal does not own Cartoon Network. Warner Media and AT&T own Cartoon Network.
Damn, so that'd be a Magic Mountain exclusive.
I guess. My thing is,
okay,
you're talking about stuff. You want stuff from when you were 6 years old to come back for who?
Bruh, for me.
Who are you to think that you are important enough to the greater capitalistic economy?
I'm pretty sure that if they wanted to, just for one night, they could just switch out the movie films in the camera because the ride systems are the same.
I want you to consider the fact that the people who worked back when Back to the Future was actually a thing don't work there anymore, Paul. Them kids is gone. Them kids is gone, Paul. We're gone. We're not. You might get a Phineas and Ferb version.
That's at Disneyland. That's Disneyland, baby.
Either way, you're funny.
All right. Oh man.
I'm about to say you sound like people who complain when we get what is it? You sound like me when Byleth came out.
Hey,
who is this? Who is this? This ain't nobody I care about. You know, I get what
they're gonna have to take out the Simpsons ride at Universal soon, anyways, because Disney owns it now.
Yes, that's true. Yes, what Universal isn't anywhere in collaboration with Fox, right? No,
because Disney bought Fox.
Speaking of Fox, I want to shout out my homeboy Arif for booking the Cleveland Brown job.
Oh yeah, shout out to Azers.
Azers, bro. That's sick. And also, they're also recasting people for The Simpsons and all that stuff. But that was just a random segment. But I was gonna say, what about this RTX 3080? Are you getting one? Are we ever getting one? Can we even fit them in our PCs?
I can fit a 3080 in mine. 3090 is kind of debatable. I watched. Do you follow Bitwit on? On YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
He did like a small kind of documentary of the launch of the 3090 and the debacle that was. People were lined up the whole week to get the card.
I don't even,
in a pandemic.
I don't understand human beings, but I guess.
And the store only got like 23 in, but they had like 100 people there, and like they created like a whole line situation, and like they made a website where like every hour you have to be there for a check-in. And then if you weren't there for that hour, you get kicked out of the line by the people. It was like democratic, and yeah, it was the thing. But like what I've been hearing is like there's been reports of people getting 3080s and they've just been broken.
Yeah,
like they'll work for a bit and like it'll crash.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
And like they'd crash to the desktop and whatnot. And like Newegg has been shipping 3080s with no boxes, just the card in like plastic wrap. It's been weird. It's been like a weird situation, like trying to get it. Like I wanted one, but the availability is like as soon as it's in stock, it's gone in a second because every store is getting like one or two, kind of like what's happening with the PS5 and Xboxes. Because my friend was trying to get a PS5 the other day with at GameStop because they had the in-store pre-orders, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were telling everybody like, "Ew, our store only got 2 or 3 in," and there's like 5 people overnight trying to camp to get one. It's just a really weird situation.
I mean, hey, shout out to PC gamers.
Shout out.
Because like my thing is, I guess in my brain I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. You know what though? I feel like I PC game, but I don't feel like I'm a PC gamer because like I play my consoles more than I play my PC. And when I do play my PC, I play games that don't even utilize the graphics card properly. Right. I appreciate those games. I'm trying to think which ones. Like what game could we play? Like let's say we got 3090s right now. What game would we start up with the 3090 and be like,
Witcher 3 with a shitload of mods. That would be one.
Anything new?
Well, nothing. Everything I want to play is not out yet. That's the thing.
So I feel like the first game that will actually reap the benefits of this is going to be Cyberpunk, definitely.
It's Cyberpunk, and the game comes. If you buy a 3080 or 3090, I think it comes with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's like a pack-in.
But like, how well is like an Assassin's Creed on PC?
It looks way better because of the frame rates and whatnot, but
I'm sure it looks better.
that's
But
about it.
But I was gonna say Ubisoft isn't really. They're not really. What's the word that was optimizing?
Well,
They're,
look at the Watch Dogs ray tracing trailer.
Watch Dogs ray tracing trailer.
Yeah, hold on.
Let me pull it up because then we can watch it together. Watch Dogs.
Shout out to ray tracing.
Why do you say that? Is that supposed to be like a nickname? Is this it? Digital
ray tracing.
Is this it? Digital Dreams or NVIDIA GeForce? Oh no, this is
the
it.
NVIDIA GeForce one.
All right, hold on. I got it up on the screen. Can you see it on your end?
I can see it. Yes.
All right, here we go. So this wait, hold on. Am I playing it at 4K? Is it like 9K? How many Ks?
Well, I don't know if it matters if you can see the 4K.
Well, you're the one who always says that it matters.
I watch in 4K on my screen because you can.
I have a 4K monitor that I'm watching right now.
But I mean, the people won't see it.
Oh, you always told me that that didn't matter.
The people can't see the 4K.
You told me that doesn't matter. You said I still need it. I forgot.
I still need it.
Also, I'm very close to the camera that you're looking at me on. Sorry.
I know. That's cool. You're very pretty. So
ooh,
it's okay.
Things got sharper. RTX.
Look at the ground.
Oh my god, the water looks like water. Okay, RTX
it's not,
on.
It's
wait, RTX.
It's
this
it's
is not
reflection.
a good. This isn't a good game to like demonstrate.
It's not the people. It's not the people. It's the lighting in the ground.
Who cares about the ground? You don't even look at that when you're playing.
Ray tracing. The ray tracing is on the ground. Look at the ground. Look at the ground.
So you telling me people are waiting in line for weeks for the floor?
Look at the floor. Look at the floor right there.
I'm looking at it. Look at the shine.
You must have forgot about Puddlegate.
Are you joking?
No, do you remember Puddlegate?
Nah, I remember Pizzagate.
No, Puddlegate was when they showed Spider-Man at the E3 demo.
I do see the difference.
I
do see the difference.
And when the game came out, they're like, the puddles on the ground aren't the same as the puddles that were showed in the E3 trailer. You guys are lying to us. Puddlegate is real. This is the answer to Puddlegate.
I feel like people need to find this is the reason you should watch The Social Dilemma. Because we need to go outside again, Paul. This is disgusting.
Ew.
This is
Ew.
Gross. What we're doing with our time. I mean,
outside,
we're in a pandemic. If we weren't in a pandemic, I would not be inside this often. I would not be streaming this much.
Yeah, me either.
Yes, you would. I would.
No, me either. Me either. What are you talking about? I want to be home. What are you talking about?
Where would you be at?
Why would I want to be in this nice old environment full of all the things that I love? Why would I want to be here at all? Like, why? Like, outside is so good compared to this nice chilled room.
Paul, we should go for
We should go for 65-inch TV in front of my bed. I mean, why would I leave?
We should go for a bike. We should go for a bike ride, Paul. You and I
don't know when the last time I actually rode an actual bike it was.
Yeah, you used to ride that freaking like whatever that. What happened to that dune buggy you used to have?
Oh, we sold it. But like I had a.
Why'd you sell it? I thought that was yours.
No, it was for families, but we needed some money and we had to sell it, so we sold it. So.
Oh man, you should get it. We should get you a bike, man, for Christmas. You want a bike for Christmas?
I'd rather have a PlayStation, but
oh my god, you have a play. You have two. What are you talking about?
I'd rather have a third one. You know, no, bike would be fine. No, but like I'd be at Disneyland. We're talking about Disneyland is where I'd be. You know this. I'm really like sad about the alternate timeline that could have been if it wasn't for coronavirus. Like,
which is what?
I would have. Marvel Land would have existed. I would have been able to go there. It would have been a good time. I was really excited for that.
Yeah, Marvel Land.
We could have saw Black Widow by now.
Oh man. What happened to that movie? I forgot about that.
They got pushed back to 2021.
Were they still filming though? I thought they were done.
No, it's done. It's been done.
Oh, they're waiting because they don't want people to. They don't want people to not go into theaters.
Right, they're pulling.
Yeah, that is kind of messed up. I mean, Black Widow deserve. Well, we can't go to theaters no more. Like real talk, I'm never going back.
Put it on. Just pull a Mulan and put it on Disney Plus.
Bring up Google again, please.
Oh.
Mo, nobody liked. No, wait. Why is that Google so much brighter than the other Google?
It's the same Google.
Oh, I guess it's gonna eventually change. It doesn't matter. Mulan got reamed because the girl from the
wasn't good.
Well, the movie wasn't good. The girl. Shout out to the homie Jimmy Wong though. He was in it. I don't know.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. We did Polaris Primetime together. But
and then like they filmed next to like one of the Chinese concentration camps.
Concentration camps. And the girl said she's pro-Chinese government against Hong Kong and all that jazz.
Well, I feel like they like Loki. They have to kind of say stuff like that.
Yeah, they do because China's market is huge and Disney is like
no, not even that. Like the Chinese government can just snatch you up and all that fun stuff if you go against them. So,
well, I feel like you could avoid that question. I feel like that. Well, you know what? I don't know, but it was that she spoke out. It wasn't the fact that I don't think anyone asked her. I think she spoke up against. I
haven't been following that, but I'm just saying.
I don't personally. The moment there was no Mushu, I was out.
Yeah, they said there's no Mushu, and then none of the songs are in the movie, and the songs were like the best part of the damn movie.
But the funny thing is, it's because they're actually trying to recreate the proper cultural movie. They're trying to make the film the way it should have been. That's why, because they're making the film based on. Stop cutting me off. They're trying to make the film based off of the original Mulan story and take all the goofy Disney BS that they put on in the 90s out of it, so you can experience what the story of Mulan genuinely is. But then people are like, no, we grew up on the goofy BS thing that you all made us think was real, and now we want Eddie Murphy to be a dragon.
I would have been okay with Kevin Hart being Mushu.
That'd be good as well. That'd be fun.
But like,
hey everybody, Kevin Hart here.
Kevin Hart here.
You seen that?
I'm a dragon.
You seen that kid who went viral for doing the impression
of Kevin Hart?
Yeah, you haven't seen him. He's a TikTok.
No.
He's a TikToker. Literally, that's his only impression, and nothing against him. He uses that impression in the sense of like he says like, I'm Kevin Hart Part 2. I'll pull it up. Let's watch it real quick. But he's like,
the only one
huh?
So the TikTok right now that does impressions is the dude who does Terrence Howard.
I don't know who that is. I mean, I know who Terrence Howard. I know who that is, but yeah.
He does Terrence Howard impersonations on TikTok, and he talks about like all the Aquamains, and he tries to act out.
Yeah, this is the one right here. He's like, he calls people as Kevin Hart, and he's like, hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Kevin Hart. Come on now, don't zip it about, and he's just talking. He does a good job. Hold on, actually, if I play it, I forgot we're playing background music on our video podcast, so for people who are listening to this on the audio, you'll hear it, and hopefully, I'll just make sure the background music is low. It's good though. It's a very good Kevin Hart impression. Hold on, can I play it? Here we go. Let's do it. Oh.
Gym membership.
Sorry.
Get a gym membership as Kevin Hart.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. I have to switch over to the camera where people can watch the video with us. All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
It's really good.
Thank you for calling O2 Fitness. Press 1 for new members.
Calling O2 Fitness Racing Drive. This is Ebony. How may I direct your call?
I was actually hoping to talk to someone about a gym membership.
You can talk to me about a gym membership.
Okay, Ebony, this is Kevin Hart. I'm in town for the weekend. I was actually thinking about getting a gym membership, just something short term. I don't need nothing long, maybe like 2 or 3 days. I'm only in town for a few days, so I'm actually gonna fly out soon. So I was actually thinking, do you guys do celebrity discounts?
Celebrity discount?
Yes, ma'am. Come on, Ebony, it's Kevin Hart. Me and you, I know you already feel the vibe.
Oh my gosh, is this Kevin Hart for real?
This is actually Kevin Hart. I wouldn't lie about that. Swear to God.
Oh my God, this is Kevin Hart.
It is Kevin Hart. How you doing?
It's him. Oh my gosh.
It is. How you doing?
It's you.
I love, swear to God, I love you. Can you
Swear to God. He does it really well.
That's good. That's real good.
The funny part is him trying to like convince the person on the other end. Like, come on now, you hear it. I know you hear it. Come on now. Swear to God. It's very good. He does it naturally. It's funny because it doesn't to me sound like Kevin Hart of 2020. It sounds like Kevin Hart of 2018 between. I mean, my voice acting year. It sounds like him from 5 years ago, but it does sound like him, like just talking, like doing stand up. It sounds good. And he doesn't have to do like any of his like shtick. He just does the voice, because like when you do the voice acting thing, in my opinion, when you do impressions, there's usually like a North Star for you to kind of latch onto so you can remember how they sound. And he's not doing it. He's just going in. He's just like, hey, Kevin Hart, see what about that? It's pretty good. I like it. But why did we bring this up?
I don't remember.
I don't either. We said something. We say something about, oh God, I don't know.
Kevin Hart is Mushu.
Oh yeah, there you go. This kid could have been
Hart.
Mushu. I don't know. That's pretty cool though. All right. Well,
yeah, but like as soon as they told me like none of the songs were in it, and I was like, "Make a Man Out of You's not in that song. That song's a bop."
Yeah. I knew I mean, yeah. People said that. I saw people on the internet saying, first off, get rid of the girl who played Mulan. Secondly, they should have casted her stunt double. They said her stunt double looks more like Mulan than she does, and she's I think something more authentic in some ways. She does most martial arts. I don't know. She's both very pretty girls who are doing their thing. I don't really care for that, honestly. There's nothing on Amazon. There's nothing on Disney Plus except for The Mandalorian Part 2. That's it.
Hey, can't wait, baby.
That's it. All that like
30 days.
I really? Oh, I would have been more invested in Disney Plus if I had gotten this Disney job I auditioned for recently that I didn't get. That would have made me say, oh, I should probably watch more Disney Plus, but they didn't choose me.
Well, it's not even that. Like, the problem is
Disney.
No, it's not Disney. Shout out to Disney. They own my soul.
Wait, what do you mean shout out to them? I just told you they didn't.
Shout out to Disney. Well, not because F them. They didn't hire you for.
They didn't hire me, bro.
That.
And they were gassing me up. They were like, "Oh, we love your stuff."
Shout out to Warner Brothers. Shout out to Warner Brothers.
What?
Warner Brothers. Because they're not Disney, so I'm just gonna
go with that. Shout out to TBS. Anyway, shout out to TBS. I have a job on TBS.
Very funny. Very funny.
That's not their slogan anymore.
Hey, well, it sticks. I remember it. So,
yeah,
COVID ruined Disney Plus this year.
Well, they had a bunch of stuff that. Well, wait, was Hawk and the Captain? Were all those things supposed to come out earlier?
They were supposed to have been out already.
Oh, yeah. COVID ruined everything this year. I mean, we know that.
Yeah, but like that's kind of what's been holding Disney Plus back is like they were promising all the Marvel shows which were supposed to be out already. And that's also why I feel like they pushed back Black Widow, because all the shows and stuff have to be in a certain order. And if they're not there, then the stories that they were trying to tell don't make sense. So the only one that was done is Widow and not Widow, freaking
what's the name?
Vision and Wanda.
Yeah.
But that's supposed to connect right into Doctor Strange, which would have been coming out in 2021, but all of that has been shifted a year. So, yeah, the timeline's weird.
Yeah,
so.
Well, you know.
At least we got Justice League. At least we got the Justice League Snyder cut.
Man, I don't care about that. I mean,
you don't care about Darkseid?
Is that Darkseid in the trailer?
Yeah.
He looked weird. Wait, Darkseid was supposed to be in the movie?
Yeah, and they cut him out for Steppenwolf.
Okay, so we should watch that and then do a review, because
it's not out yet.
I know, but when it does drop.
Yeah.
That was supposed to. What was the last movie we reviewed was what, Venom? Yeah, we should do a movie night or something. That's interesting, bro. Yeah, I don't know. The Snyder cut, that's so interesting. I don't know if I have much else to ask you about anything going on in the world. We talked about Kevin Hart's doppelganger. We talked about Bethesda. We talked about all the things that I think mattered.
There's one more thing I want to talk about. This could either be a
one
short or a long
more
thing.
thing. Sorry.
One more thing. Shout out to Awada.
What is it?
Like we were talking about earlier about how Sony's becoming the villain of this console generation war, like starting up.
Of this next coming one. What about it?
The whole Miles Morales debacle.
Are you talking about what's going on with people complaining at the fact that the old one for the PS4 doesn't upgrade, but if you get the Miles Morales deluxe edition, you get an upgraded version of the old version. But if you get the old version, if you get the PS4 version of Miles Morales, you get a free download to upgrade to the PS5 version, but you still don't get an upgraded version of the PS4 version, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, that is almost as convoluted as the Xbox One S stuff we talked about with the backwards compatibility.
Yeah, but it's kind of like what Xbox has been doing with smart delivery. It's like if you buy a game on the Xbox One and it has a Xbox Series X upgrade, you get it for free, which is kind of annoying because I don't want to pay for it again, even though because I bought the Ultimate Edition of freaking Spider-Man in the first place.
So wait, you don't want it?
So no, I want to get it, but I don't want to pay to have it. Does that make sense?
You don't want to pay for the Ultimate Edition on the PS5 of Miles Morales?
No, of the old Spider-Man.
Well, that's free, isn't it? What are we talking about?
No, it's not. It's not free.
Wait, what are you talking about? The one that I ordered ain't free? What are we talking about?
Okay, let's break it down. So you can buy Miles Morales by itself for $40 for the regular one, or $70 for Miles Morales plus a remaster of the 2018 Spider-Man.
That's the one I got.
Right. So, but I bought the 2018 Spider-Man's Ultimate Edition. So when the new one comes out, I can play original PS4 Spider-Man on the PS5, but it won't have any of the upgrades. And the only way I can get another upgrade is to buy the $70 version of Miles Morales.
Oh, wait. Why did you buy the Ultimate Edition of the PS4 one?
It was on sale.
Well, then what? What?
I don't want to.
We'll wait for the next sale. You frugal McFroogster.
I don't want to have to buy the same game I bought over again.
Then just don't. Just play Miles Morales.
It's only 4 hours. What am I gonna do? Swing for 4 hours, Miles Morales, and
I'm sure you'll find time to do other things. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I don't want
like my thing. Why are we gassed? Why are we gassed to play Spider-Man 2018 again? I don't want to play it again.
I do. It's a good game.
No, you don't. See, that's the thing. You don't. The companies are making you. It's manipulation. All this is what is making you think you want to play it again. You don't. You beat it.
I don't even know where my cell phone is right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't want to play the new one, bro. You think you want to see it, you want to look at it, but you're not gonna finish it to 100% like you did the first one because you already did it. It's not even enough time in between for you to sit back and be like, wow, the nostalgia of this. No, the game's still damn near new. It's just play the PlayStation 4 one.
But it don't got my boy.
Miles Morales?
Ray tracing.
I'm done talking about this. I understand the dilemma, but at the same time, bruh, just don't fucking buy it. Like people who are worried about that, just don't buy that. Just get the $40 one, or you got guap. Blow that money, man. Just blow that $30, man. Wait, Miles Morales isn't $40 on the PS5.
What is it?
It's
50?
60.
No, it's 60 for the Ultimate Edition.
No, it's 70 because I bought that one.
Hold on.
Go on. This is stupid. This is what the social dilemma is all about. How they manipulate us into thinking we need these things that we don't need. We need to go outside and swing from a fucking tire on a tree is what we need to do into a lake. Don't say anything. I wasn't gonna say nothing racist. Nope. I could have said monkey bars and I didn't say that shit, you goofball. Don't do it. I just said it now.
I was gonna say that's just a whole other connotation of something else. Anyways, Miles Morales regular is $49.99. Oh, it's only $20. Never mind.
It's only $20. You can go on Twitch right now and beg for $20 if you need it that bad, which you don't. You have a job.
Let's see what games are coming out. Anyway.
Kids. What?
Let's see what games.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to figure out.
Go on. What's it called? Go on. What do you call them? Jesus Christ! Inside Gaming. They always every weekend roundup. Brian talks about the games at the end. Hey, we're gonna get to the end of our podcast with this. Let's talk lastly about Paul thoughts on Amazon Luna. That's gonna be that, and then we're gonna do something new that I'm thinking we'll do on a podcast, and we'll see how y'all feel about it. But first things first, Amazon Luna. Paul, go.
What?
I don't know. Tell me about this Amazon Luna thing.
you cut out for like 3 seconds. I was like, what the hell? No, I mean it's Stadia, but by Amazon, and I mean it's okay, but I'm pretty sure the games that they're gonna have on there are pretty much games that we already have. So I mean, that's cool. Play it on your cell phone.
What's with these families that they put in these commercials? No disrespect. Look, I love multiracial, multicultural, multi-whatever, and I'm not trying to sound like a coon, but she's clearly black. He's clearly Latino, and then the mother's black, but then the father's white. What is? Sorry, I feel like
he could be.
I feel like
a white passing Latino.
This is true. I was just gonna say
Morales is black and Puerto Rican, but they all just think that he's black.
I don't understand why his last name's Morales when that's his mother's last name.
Because he doesn't want to use his dad's last name.
That's in the comic.
His dad's name, because his dad's name is Davis, so he doesn't want to be called Miles Davis.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about his.
That's why he uses his. That's why he uses his mom's last name. Because he just like, I don't want people to make fun of me and call me Miles Davis. So.
But that doesn't make sense either. What kid knows who Miles Davis is? Who he is? I don't even get that. It's not. Don't make no sense. That's like an old man wrote that joke.
Black people know who Miles Davis is. Old black families.
But what's the name? What's the name? Ain't even made. Miles Morales made by a white man.
Michael K. Bendis did it.
A white man, right?
So, yeah.
What's he doing writing these? What's he doing writing these black jokes?
Bro, I remember when they introduced Miles and how pissed people were. That was
because he was a black Spider-Man.
Yeah, because the way they did it was in the Ultimate Spider-Man it was after Peter died, and they were like,
let's just swap this dude out with a black dude.
So like Peter died, he got his ass like whooped by the Sinister Six, trying to protect Aunt May. It's the only comic book to ever make me cry.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was fucking sad.
It's so like the movie that he got murked by the Sinister Six in the movie too. Or Kingpin.
It was on accident. So what ended up happening was like there's two different groups of Avengers, kind of like Civil War style, but like the Punisher was trying to shoot Captain America, and then he pushed Captain America out the way, and then caught a sniper rifle bullet to the stomach. And so as that happened, he saw the Sinister Six flying to his house because they figured out who he was. And so he gets there, he beats everybody's ass to save Aunt May. And then his final words to Aunt May before he dies was, "I couldn't save Uncle Ben, but I saved you." Then he died. I was like, so sad. And then a couple of issues later, just like Spider-Man's been seen again swinging around, and then like it's him in like a pajama suit, like in the movie, swinging around, and then he takes off the mask and it's a black kid. There was like, "Fuck is that black kid? Why does Spider-Man have to be black?"
Yeah,
and
that is Yeah.
Good times.
Great times. I always think it's funny when people get mad that characters are being rewritten in different colors. They're just colors, people. And also, the only reason that they are different colors is because all the colors never got a chance. Just honestly, like back in the day. And not like colored people.
I was gonna say, is JD all lives matter?
I'm talking about.
All colors matter, JD?
Listen, I'm just saying. I'm saying people of color never got a chance to put their ideas out there. We like let's say we ever had an opportunity. Let's say like there was somebody who was like, oh, someone who worked at Marvel in the 1940s. Hey, Mr. Hey, what's the guy's name who passed away? Who's the creator of Marvel?
Stanley.
Hey, Mr. Lee. Hey, kid, how you doing? What's your name again? Johnson, Jackson, Joseph. One of the Jackson Fives. Oh no, my name is Reggie. I was thinking maybe there's this. I'm thinking maybe we could do a comic where, maybe like we have like a superhero who's not white for once, and like it's like this really powerful, wise black guy who's smart but strong and proud, and that way other people can look at a black superhero.
We'll make him an ex-felon and give him superpowers. Luke Cage.
Yeah, there you go. A black guy, huh? I don't think it'll ever.
He can't be positive.
No, not even positive. It's more just like I don't think it'll ever sell. Literally, marketing is what. Well, I don't even want to get into this whole racial crap. It's so dumb. It's just dumb. It's like it's one of the things where we've been, as a black person, you've been beaten over the head with it for so long that people. It's like, bro, that like things that aren't white sell, right? like it's
Black Panther.
But it's not even about it being white. It's like, yo, it's not even about being white or black. It's like, yo, good ideas sell. Who cares? Yeah. Who gives a fuck what the race they are? And that's the thing that is so annoying now, because I do understand the backlash, because you're repurposing old white things and putting a splash of paint on it. Because I was just about to say, you seen Yara Shahidi gonna be Tinkerbell, right?
What?
And you know how that went.
Well, good for her.
Yeah, in a new Peter Pan. Yeah, Yara Shahidi gonna be Tinkerbell. Old girl from the what's it called gonna be
let me guess who's gonna be Peter.
I don't know.
Chance the Rapper.
I don't get it.
I'm just saying, for casting black people, Chance the Rapper's gonna be Peter Pan.
He's not even an actor. I don't get it.
Never mind. It failed.
Yeah, these bits, bro. Come on, Paul.
Hey man. I'm trying
I just want to fly around and be so nice to what's his girlfriend's name in that movie? Peter Pan. Wendy. Yeah. That's Chance. That's my Chance impression. I mean, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because, like, in the back of my brain, I'm like, I don't really care for, like, black people repurposing old white characters either. But at the same time, seeing people upset about it who are usually trolls or just, like, straight white males who are, like, confused. They're just like, why are they taking our stuff? And it's like, it's not that we're taking anything. It's just that people want to... Well, honestly, it's actually good because it's like you can retell these stories to, like, kids who look different, who can sit back and, like, same with Spider-Man. Like, even though, and it has its own different origin. That's the one thing. Like, it would be completely different if they just copied and pasted Peter Parker and he was just Pitois
Peter Parker but black.
Pitois or Pete Parker. Like, I don't like whatever, but that's completely different. Like, it's just like, who cares? Like, why do y'all care so much about something that you've been reaping the benefits off of for years? Not to say you shouldn't. You got the opportunity to create the thing, but the only reason you got to create it is because they would never give anyone else a chance. The only people who got chances were y'all. I literally had to explain this the other day in this tweet, where because people, people, and me and my boy, I talked to my boy Arif the other day, Azers, about him booking the role, because I knew about it beforehand because I auditioned for the same role. But I sat back and I remember when I sent my audition, I was like, I can do this voice. It's not hard to do Cleveland Brown personally, but I was like, if anyone should get it, I would love to see him get it, just because he's just that dude. He's great at it. But he was concerned because it's like his first professional voice acting job. Like, he's never done real professional voice acting. He just, been making YouTube videos forever. And he was just like, I'm just a little worried about the backlash. And he was also worried about the guy who created the character, Mike Henry, about like not being happy to have to give up the role. But it's like, bro, nobody told these white people they had to give up these roles in the voice acting industry. No one said that.
Yeah,
they did it because
I said because they felt like they should.
No, it was white. It was white. It's white guilt. It's white.
Yeah, like
it's white guilt because
it's
white guilt because you. Yeah, first off, the girl from Big Mouth is a dummy. Because I didn't even give a shit about that. I didn't think anything of it. And then she went around talking about, I shouldn't be acting as a character who's of color. I'm not of color. Oh, but it's like white fragility and white guilt. And also, and I'm not trying to I'm not trying to harp on like my white viewers, but it's just a real thing. It's just like, if you're, here's what it is. If you're a white person right now in 2020, let's say you're 16 years old, and if you feel bad about what's going on in the world right now with all the racial divide and Black Lives Matter and, left versus right, and you feel bad because of what your ancestors did in the past, that is white guilt. It's not your fault, but you feel guilty because you're like, shit, I would have never done this to these people. Like, I have no reason to. They seem cool. I love hip hop. but unfortunately, I love Travis Scott. I just got a burger the other day at McDonald's. But unfortunately, your ancestors, some of our ancestors who were black sellouts who sold black people into slavery. There were black people who did that and whatnot. They're all guilty, and we're all the ones who have to deal with it. Obviously, we're not dealing with it to the level of like slaves and whatnot, but people in this day and age with all this like cancel culture and whatnot, it's so funny to me because nobody asked for this. Like, that's the thing. The worst part is when people of color stand up and say, hey, we want equal rights. For some reason, white people don't want to listen to that. Not all white people. I'm talking about the ones who are in power, who are having all these they're having all this these what's the word where you regret. And instead of just giving the easy thing, which is like, okay, cool, we'll treat you the same. We'll make sure that you all get the same opportunities from here on out. We'll just do exactly what you asked for. We'll be nicer. We won't beat you in the street because of the color of your skin. We won't shoot you in the back 7 times. Very simple things that we'll go to the courts and do the judge proceedings and make sure you get justice for the way that you have been wrongly done. Very easy things that people could do in society. But for some reason, people in power, who are usually Caucasian, just do the exact opposite. It's like when you tell your mom, hey, I don't want this for Christmas. And she's like, are you sure? And you're like, no, I think I'll be fine. Even if you tell her, I don't even want anything for Christmas this year. And she's like, okay. And then she gets you that shitty thing for Christmas because she refuses to listen to you and just go about how she thinks she does what she thinks is best for you. That's what it is. It's like, bro, no one said you had to step down from voice acting roles. I didn't fucking care. But at the end of the day, you can't get mad at us for accepting that gesture, because let's be real. All these people have been eaten off of these racial stereotypes for years. Cleveland Brown is a racial stereotype. He is a slow black man surrounded by white people, always being reminded that he is like the ignorant black dude of the city. That's his role. That's hilarious. Loretta. Oh, that's hilarious. Ha ha. Come on, man. Same with Apu on The Simpsons. That is white dudes in a writer's room who are sitting back saying, oh man, we should maybe, hey, you guys, what about a character from like 7-Eleven? Because this is the 90s, or the early, or the 80s. I forget when The Simpsons started, or like late 80s. 7-Elevens were around, and you go there, and there were Indian people who worked there, and white dudes who sat back and were like, oh man, they talk so funny with their like, you know, that's
Thank you, come again.
Thank you, come again. That's a white dude's idea of what he thinks Indian people are, because he doesn't have.
And we'll give him 9 kids. We'll give him 9 kids.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We'll give the rate. We'll give. It's so frustrating. Like, it's so frustrating that people don't get how disrespectful that is, to just throw someone's whole culture to the side, create something out of it, make money off of it, and then get upset when we give you backlash because you are misrepresenting people because you don't know these people. That's all it is. It's like, bruh. And the worst part is they'll never look at the glass half full. Because I was on the internet, and somebody tagged me in a tweet about the Cleveland Brown role being passed off, because I think IGN made a tweet about it, about how the Simpsons are recasting. That's another one I auditioned for, and how they recasted Cleveland, right? And someone quote tweeted it and was like, well, isn't the point of voice acting just to be able to do as many voices as you can despite what color you are, and this and that and blah 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 and this and that? And they tagged me because I made a video about it on Instagram. I think you might have seen it, I don't know. And I just mentioned that, like, yes, that is true, but it's not about just any voice actor going into a booth and being able to voice any type of character or any different color person. For any audition, in my opinion, as a guy who's voiced white people on cartoons, like, I've done it, sure.
JD, you can't do that. You're not white.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not the one choosing to do that. That's where the issue is. The issue is with the people who are in charge and the people who hire. Because in voice acting, a lot of people don't realize that voice acting is a very niche group. It's like a fraternity, and it's very hard to get into. Like, through auditioning, it's damn near impossible to try to get into voice acting when there are so many qualified people who can already do 50 voices a person. So yeah, that is where the discrepancy comes. Because in 1999, when Seth MacFarlane is pitching Family Guy, when we're what, 10 years old or some shit, or when he's trying to pitch Family Guy to Fox, and he's going around thinking of characters, and he has his crew of writers who are more than likely all white, because like there are no black writers in the writers room in 1999. Like, there probably are some. Maybe they're getting coffee for everybody. That's possible, because that's just the world that it's just America, dude. America is not catered to people of color, period. It's just not. It's that simple. For the ones that do,
even though we built this country, literally on our backs, it was built, with no pay, because we were slaves and we were owned by other people, which is fucking gross. The concept of that I can't even think of. Like, I sit back, and when people talk about slavery, I'm like, you talking about like the way I own my sneakers, like how the way you own Kobe.
Oh my God, stop. All I want to say is, back in 1999, Seth MacFarlane is creating his cartoon, and he's got his group of white friends and writers and buddies, and Mike Henry is one of them. And I'm sure he's like, hey man, we should do a black guy on this show. And then Mike Henry's probably like, I got a funny idea for a black guy. And then Seth is like, oh, well, can you do a black guy voice? It's that simple. That's what they don't do due diligence in the entertainment industry. I'm just going to let y'all know that from my own personal experience. They will go out of their way to make something their own way in an arrogant, like, oh, we know better than you, instead of doing excuse me, not the grunt work, but doing the research behind certain things. Like, is no one in the room sitting there like, hey, maybe a white dude shouldn't voice a black guy? That might be weird to do for 20 fucking years. That might be weird to have a white guy do a racially stereotypical character and make millions of dollars off of him. A little weird. And my thing is, people's argument is, well, what about black people who voice white people? Name them. Fucking
JD
name him.
Witherspoon.
No. Okay, that on you asshole. I'm talking about name a black dude that you could think of outside of Phil Lamar,
I was gonna say Phil Lamar.
who voices, but mind you, Phil Lamar doesn't even voice white people like that. He does, but in the sense of, I'm talking about a popular show, a popular animated cartoon, a show that's been running for more than even 5 years that a black person has ever voiced the white lead on and just ate off of those checks. You can't name it.
That's not Phil Lamar.
It's not anyone. There's no Asian dude doing that. There's no Indian dude doing that because we never get the opportunities to do shit like that. I could go do that shit even in anime, bro. I'm thinking like that part. That's something that they need to talk about, is how they recycle the same 12 white actors to play every anime character. I'll go in it.
What's his name's been the same character and everything.
Steve Bloom.
Steve Bloom.
Come on, bruh. I'll go in there and do freaking Cowboy Bebop. That ain't hard. Like those voices aren't hard. Everyone can do them. But the entertainment industry is catered to white people. It's just the truth. What can we say? This country, all of the stuff that we like, a lot of it. You know? I'm not even trying to harp on this whole thing. It's just, I just hate when people don't understand that conversation. I'm like, but I can show you like factual things. And it's like, yeah, but JD, you're reaching, bro. And I'm like, but we're not. I wish that we were reaching. I wish there was valid information that showed black people taking certain things, roles from other people. It's not true. Same with Latinos, Asians, this and that. Here's a perfect example. The legend, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Those kids were all white. Like, yeah. Dragon Ball, the movie. Goku was a white dude. That's facts. Literally, that is exactly what I'm talking about. Goku ain't white. We know that. Goku is Asian. Goku is Japanese. And yet, in the Dragon Ball movie, which was garbage, and the Avatar, which was garbage, Avatar: Last Airbender, they hired white people to portray Oriental people, like people from Asia, from different countries, people of color. They were like, but the cartoon looks like a white kid, so let's make him a white kid. Not gonna say that. I like.
When I was a kid, I always thought they were white people.
In what, anime or on Avatar?
Anime, just in general, not like Avatar. They're clearly like of Asian and
there's like differences. I would say the same thing. Like, to me, I think that Japanese culture just makes their heroes similar to like how Americans do. I think that they've leaned more into their own culture in the last like 10-20 years. But in the beginning, I like, even Goku, I'm like, he turns into a blonde hair, blue-eyed dude. That's interesting. Like, you know, like he, but, and the funny thing is, he's a black dude, and the Saiyan race is like black people in the beginning. Like,
they call them monkeys.
Yeah, they call them that. And then for some reason, when they ascend to their higher power, they become blonde hair, blue-eyed white people. It's very convoluted. It's very frustrating. But it's even more frustrating for someone to be ignorant enough to not realize why this change is happening. It's like, people, like, let's not like, there's no way to be like, I mean, well, you know what it is though? Like, no one, it might just be that that's your reality and you're tone deaf, not because you're not paying attention, but because that's what's being fed to you on your social media outlets and this and that. That's why I want you to watch that social media movie, because they talk about why people are so divisive nowadays, because the internet, you know how algorithm works, algorithm.
Shout out algorithm, yes.
But you know how like we feel a certain way about politics compared to other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's because the people who are being fed the politics that we think are crazy it's because they're being curated content specifically in their area, or based upon what they have searched in the past, or what they randomly may search or go down loopholes and find. That's what an algorithm is. So let's say you're a person who's indecisive. You don't know what you believe in when it comes to politics, which is fine. If you accidentally fall into a loophole of like, like leftist conspiracy theories, you start to believe what people on the right think, where it's like, well, the left are just super liberal and they want us to tear down the structure that we currently have, this and that. Because your social media, specifically even your phone, is making, they're making too many, it's like, it's called like non-truths or something. That's what I guess the movie talks about. It talks about how back in the day before social media, we all knew that certain things were real or weren't real. Like we all knew that Santa Claus was fake, right? Like that's a truth that everyone could agree on. But when you're on social media, there's so many different pieces of clickbait, fake news, content that's catered to just kind of get you riled up. Like even marketing ads that are meant to like trigger something in you to think like, oh, this person is a terrible person, whether it's Trump or Biden, whoever. So literally there's a part in the movie where it says if you type in I think it says there was a part of the movie where it says if you type in climate change is on Google, that depending on where you live in the world or where you live in America or anywhere in the world, you will get a different answer. Or like, you know how they do the auto fill in stuff on Google? Mm-hmm. It'll give you a different auto fill in based off of where you are. So like, let's say you're in here in Cali, you'll get climate change is a real issue. If you go somewhere like Alabama, it'll say climate change is a hoax. It'll say something complete. Huh? You checking it right now?
I'm going to.
Oh, yeah, sure. Google it.
Here we go. Climate.
It's interesting stuff.
Is evidence by which of the following Quizlet? Climate change is a real shirt. Climate change issue. Evidence by which the following features caused by is good. Evidence by which of the following features quiz. I don't know what Quizlet is, but let's go down this rabbit hole.
But I'm saying, but that's what that whole movie is about. It's about how everyone is so at wit's end and so frustrated, and you know, we have protests right now because of Breonna Taylor, which is another thing where it's like, how is it that you are not convicting someone who murdered an innocent woman? And yet people like to make the argument that she's not innocent because she dealt with people who were drug dealers, and this it's her own fault. I'm like, what? I'm like, if this was a white girl, we would not be even talking about this. She would have got justice.
Those cops would have been under the jail.
She would have got justice by now. They would have been like she's a good person. But that's just how America paints the picture of people of color.
Black people.
Well, black people mainly. Like it's just we're just, you know, if anything, we are never supposed to. We're I don't think we ever will. I personally don't think so. That's what my uncle was telling me. He was like, look, as long as we're here, black people will never be looked at as equal. And I believe it. Honestly, it's unfortunate. It's sad to say. I'm happy with where I am in my life and all that stuff. And there's definitely way more people of color and black people who are more or less fortunate than us. But regardless of how fortunate we are, we'll still never be seen as equal by not necessarily every white person, because there are a lot of people who watch me who are white who understand that, like, yeah, but you all are of like the newer generation, or maybe my generation and down. It's like the ones that are older than us, the ignorant ones, the boomers, the ones who are maybe Gen X, or maybe or even the ones who are feeding into everything Trump says or everything Biden says and then passing it down to their families, because, you know, some of them pass it down to y'all. It's really sad that we are even turning basic human rights into politics. Like the fact that people,
wearing a mask.
Yeah, wearing a mask is controversial. It's like, no, we're just trying to stay healthy and make sure we don't die. No, it's this, it's that, it's 5G, Corona. It's crazy. But we think it's crazy based off of what we know, and they think that we're crazy based off of what they know and what they have researched or not researched, or, you know, how we, like, you know, read the title of an article before we click it, or never click it because we just read the title. That's all you need.
Yeah, just like my friends who think that Trump is the savior of pedophiles or the savior against pedophiles. I don't know.
It's weird,
I don't
man.
know anymore.
We went really far off in this one.
Shout out to QAnon.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's very interesting. We're all that is, I think, the biggest issue, and that's what that social media movie is about. It's not about how bad social media is. It's about, and you've seen like in those hearings where you see Mark Zuckerberg go into court, people who are in that movie are ex-executives from Google, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. They're saying that social media companies need to take responsibility for what social media has created within society, where it's creating so many false anomalies, so many false truths. It's not curating its content properly. It's letting, like, you know, you'll randomly let a 6-year-old see somebody commit suicide one day, just like on any yeah, like, and their brain can't comprehend what that is, you know. So it's them taking responsibility in the world for what it is they're putting out, similar to like how video games are and how people try to bring video games down in the sense that you know, video games don't create hostile people. I think it's like a 50-50, because I think it's mainly on the parenting. So if you're a parent who allows your kid to participate in that, then yeah, you might end up letting a video game turn your kid, because, you know, they're young enough to think that maybe this is fun, like murder is fun, shooting people is fun. Like if you're playing Fortnite and you're 4 years old, that all they're doing is shooting people. Like, they're not, yeah. I know there's no blood, but it's like, if a kid accidentally finds a gun that maybe his parent owns and he thinks, oh my goodness, I'll get some blue juice if I shoot myself in the leg. Yeah, like I'm worried about that for my kids in the future, because I'm just sitting back thinking like, damn, I feel like we were lucky enough to like have each other and have our parents and have have the right type of influences to know better. But I do remember when I was younger playing Grand Theft Auto, I think Vice City, I didn't want Alex to play, because I was like 13 or 14 or something, or 15, and he was like 6 or 7, and I was like unloading a sawn-off shotgun on people, and I was like, Alex, you're not old enough to play this. And he was like, come on, I want to play, it's so fun. And I'm like, and I knew from a young age that I was like, that's weird to me that this little boy wants to have fun running over people, carjacking people, flying, you know, crashing helicopters and planes into things, taking like machine guns and mowing down people. Same with like remember when that Call of Duty game came out where it was like an airport massacre? What was that? Why were they
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the No Russian mission? Yeah,
I didn't understand.
The only mission I remember.
I just don't understand why that was in a game. Why, like, and it was after,
it had to do with the story.
I know it had to do with the story, but it's like, who's so culturally tone deaf to realize like 9/11 and stuff didn't just recently happen, or that like seeing this and playing this could really I'm not saying video games are the problem. I'm saying that putting those types of games in front of young eyeballs is an issue, personally, for me.
Yeah, that's why they got the ESRB though. So
that was the whole point of the game.
Like, yeah, that's what like the ESRB is there for, is to make sure kids. It's kind of like the movies. There's a rating system for that, but the internet doesn't come with an ESRB, because
that's it. Yeah, that's literally it. You just said it. I never thought about it like that. Yeah, the internet does not come with a rating system. That's crazy. Yeah, man. But yeah, I don't know. I went off on that tangent about the whole black people playing other characters. It's like, bro, who fucking cares? Let that go. Y'all like, just share. You know what? That's what it is. Share the love. share that shit, bruh. Like, we want to be happy too and have stuff to look up to and have fun, and like, shit, I want black Tinkerbell. Like, whatever, man. I want black Ariel. I think we're getting. I don't honestly, I don't even really want them. I would have just loved if they would have given any characters that someone thought of that represented us back in the day a chance to become popular. That's what it is. Because the only ones we got were the ones that were made by white people who thought of well, this is how these people act. So that's Black Panther. We should put the word black in front of it because you know panthers are black and Black Lightning.
And then the Black Panther movement.
Yeah, but that's the thing. And that's the funny thing. People try to complain about that because I think, did you see Kid Cudi posted that? Can we get superheroes with the word black not in front of them? Yeah. And people were like, "Ooh, what about this? What about that?" And it's like, y'all ain't getting it. He's not saying that there aren't any. He's trying to say that that is a common thing that a person who isn't black creates all the time because they think putting the word black in front is going to let people know they're black.
Black Lightning.
I'm like, bruh. Do we need, like, should we put white Batman? White Superman? Like, white Aquaman? It's so stupid.
White?
White man! Latino boy! And his friend, Asian sidekick.
Did you see that video where it's like, Power Rangers is just like, green power, red power? The dude in the white.
Oh yeah, with the white dude and the white and he turns into the Green Ranger.
Yeah, green power.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I have to think about it. I was like, Black Lightning's a thing. Black Panther.
I made a stand-up comedy joke about
Manta.
that. Black dude. So
Black Man.
I wrote a joke, and I think I have it in my book. I never got a chance to really like polish this joke, but it was funny to me. I wrote something along the lines of black superheroes suck. I wrote that, and the premise is black superheroes suck, except for Black Panther, of course. He set the bar too high for any other black heroes in the future. And then I put, speaking of Black Panther, oh no, there's a whole joke or something that I wrote. This joke is not polished. I don't know what I put. I just put Black Panther. I saw it with my mom because she forced me to. I think I stole something that you told me. I think you told me a story and I wrote it in a joke. That's usually what I.
Give me credit.
Yeah. Or maybe I don't know. Let me read it. So speaking of Black Panther, I saw it with my mom because she forced me to take her to see it, not because it was a proud black film or even because it was just a good movie. No, she wanted to see it specifically due to the historical relevance. Oh no, this is a joke I wrote. Never mind, I didn't steal from you. Yeah, that
does sound similar to my story though.
Yeah, I remember I wrote this because I think maybe we talked about it, but maybe it is based off of what you mentioned. No, it is what you mentioned because I think I wrote this. She said during the opening credits, loud enough for everyone to say in the theater, "You know this is what would have happened if we won."
Yeah, sounds about right.
And then I said, and I think I replied with "One what?" And that exact moment, black people in the theater started chanting "Wakanda forever." Did a shoulder hug and move. So this was definitely a rough one. I wrote a different version in my phone because I wrote a reason. I think I wrote something along the lines of why do black superheroes have the word black in front of them or something, but I don't know where that joke is. I'd have to find it. Black super. Oh no, I got it. Jokes. Black superheroes. Where is it? Black. Oh my god. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't mean to go off in some sort of thing. I hope nobody who's like a fan of us who's not black is concerned. They shouldn't be. It's just funny. It's just so funny that this is even a thing. It's just ridiculous.
Facts. Uh-oh.
Yeah, what?
Did you freeze?
No.
Oh, no, I thought you froze in mine.
No, I'm sorry if I'm making you uncomfortable too.
Oh no. This needs to be said.
I mean, I just don't care. Like I'm very.
You know you were reminding me of though, and it made me very proud.
Huh?
Dr. Umar.
Oh my god! Shut the fuck up. Trying to find this black superheroes joke because
Umar would be so proud.
Oh my god! Please, Paul. Yeah, that is right, my brother. Hey, man.
Brother Spoon.
Oh, okay.
Brother
So here's the other black superheroes joke. I wrote. Yeah. Okay. So it's just bullet points. It's funny to me. I put black superheroes suck. And I put because we got the worst ones, terrible ones. Black Lightning, Cyborg. Oh, why'd I put Static Shock? He's pretty cool. Steel, Falcon. Oh my god. I put in quotes house slave.
House slave.
I put Falcon as a house slave. I put Meteor Man, Blank Man, Hancock, homeless black drunk dude. And then I put, except for Black Panther. And then I wrote the same joke. Had to take my mom to the movies because historical relevance. She told me, you know, this is what would have happened if we won now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this joke was not flushed out. I love that I have these jokes still. I'll be able to look back at them and be like, well, that's why your comedy career didn't go where you wanted. No,
or you can just reuse them.
No. Some of them are funny. My whole thing is that the whole process of being a stand-up comic, the hardest part is writing, because you have to sit down and you have to force yourself to do it. But at the same time, writing isn't a good way to test jokes. Like, you can only test them on stage, so it's best to try out the premises in front of humans, in front of people. So I don't know. That's a joke that's funny, but you have to like, whenever I write my jokes, I write them in 3 parts. I write the setup, the exposition, and the punchline. So I haven't written that at all on that project or on those jokes, and I haven't done stand-up in fucking 8 months, so I have no fucking idea if I'm even funny anymore.
Damn.
I think my last show I did was in January or February. It was a fun show, but like,
oh Lord, so long ago. But it doesn't seem like it's that long.
It feels
ago.
like it was a day ago. It's so weird. We're about to go into October. I'm not looking forward to it, but you know, it's crazy. Time flies. All right, well, do we have anything else to talk about? Because we went on for 2 hours.
Let's see. No, let's wrap it up.
All right, Paul. I love you, buddy. Thank you for being a part of this podcast this week. Shout out to everybody who listened. Y'all know what it is.
Oh, wait, but before we sign out, what we should do, people, if you guys actually have questions for us that you want us to answer from your perspective or that you've been curious about, leave those as comments down below, and then in the next episode we'll read them if they aren't cringeworthy.
Even if they are, we will. And I'll do you one even better. Yo, freaking follow us on the Anchor app already. I've been wanting y'all to do this. I hope some of y'all are interested. There's like 500 to 600 people who listen to us, if not 1,000 sometimes. Hey, go download the Anchor app, leave us a voice message, and we can play your voice message during an episode. We might do a whole episode of voice message questions. I want to do that soon, in the future. But you know what I will end us off with is one of our reviews on Apple Podcasts. Hey, leave some reviews on Apple Podcasts and rate us 5 stars, because that helps us get bumped up in Uncle Algorithm.
Shout out
to Uncle Algorithm. Shout out to the new podcast art, which I love. We look so cool. And
monkey.
Yeah, I only heard the word monkey and I was like, what'd you call me? No, but you said alien monkey. Shout out to him. But hey, I'm gonna actually read the most recent one. Oh wow, we got one this week on Tuesday. From Train Surfer, who says, where have I been? Under a rock, apparently. Greetings and salutations from New York City. Love the podcast. The artwork looks freaking amazing. First episode was the recent episode that I listened to, and I loved your Dr. Umar impression / trolling. Please, more of that. Perhaps you can add for 2021 opening of his school for boys, sort of like the old radio days, and a funny animated 30-second clip on the YouTube show. Oh, he's talking about we have the school for the young boys,
Wait, did you listen? Speaking of Dr. Umar, I sent this clip.
Yes, I saw the clip, and he would not stop saying something at the end of it. I forgot what he kept saying. He was like, "It has to happen. We must do this. We must do this. We should do an episode where we just react to Dr. Umar. We could do that.
I want to start a hospital for mentally ill Africans."
That's what he said. All right. This person though also wrote, "I'm also excited for Final Fantasy 16, and I agree that the last good Final Fantasy was 10 and 10-2. I haven't played the remake yet. Waiting for a good deal. I don't mind when you dudes go off topic." Well, here you go. You're welcome for this episode. But then again, I'm only one show in. Oh, that's nice. It's a first time for this person. Def gonna give the solo pod an ear. Keep the dope content coming. Well, thank you to Train Surfer on Apple Podcast for leaving us that really dope review. 5 stars as well. And yeah, if you guys, even if you don't like the podcast, I don't care. Give us feedback. Just leave some reviews because I'm curious to see how y'all feel about this stuff. And, you know, show us some love in the sense that, not even love, just show us, just engage. That's what I'm trying to say.
Engage.
And if you don't already follow us on Anchor, make that a priority, because you can leave voice memos and we can actually add them into the podcast, which is pretty cool. All right. With that being said, though, I think we're good to go. Paul, this has been a fun one. I'm glad that we got a chance to do it consistently again, and I'll catch you next week.
All righty. Peace out, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Have a nice day. Have a great week. Peace.